Hello, everyone. Welcome to more Ticket You Ride the Europe map here on the Sorcerer Network. My name's Sorcerer Matt. We are going to. We've been having some wonderful games here on the Europe map as of late, so we're going to try to keep this going. Let's see here. So I always look for similar shapes of routes. So like I'm seeing Lisbon to Danzig and Berlin to Madrid. I can pronounce those. Those are really great. So now the question is, what I need at least one more. I suppose I could get down to Palermo from Pamplona because I'm going to have to go through there anyway. And if I'm doing that, is there anything that's like really just on the way? I mean, I guess I don't want to like overextend, especially because 2013 and 12, really nice start. I guess I might as well get the Dieppe to Marseille. I think that because I'm gonna go right through Marseille. I'm gonna go Paris, so you know. Really, the only thing we could find challenging here is high traffic area, but so we're gonna want to prioritize this kind of middle of the map here. So I'm definitely gonna want to try to get a pink. Don't love that we're in the last position, but so be it. And then we're going to kind of want 4 of something, and then red, black, white, orange, you know. Yeah, see, I don't like that you just took a pink. So you know what? I'm just going to spend my wild. I'm just spending the wild. I'm in the last position. I'm spending the wild. This route only requires 1 wild. Oh, here comes my heat. Sorry, I thought I would be able to get this recording in before my heater came back on. Apparently not. All right. Okay, so I'm liking red. I'm going to move the microphone closer to my face. One of these days, friends, one of these days, I'm going to have a dedicated recording space. One of these days. I don't know what day that is going to be, but it's going to be one of these days. And I'm going to be very happy about it. But you know what? We don't have to think about that. We can think about how much fun we're having right now. And how many laughs we'll have when we'll say, remember when you had record next to the heater? And I will say, yes, of course. So the good news is getting into Marseille, we can kind of go a variety of different ways. But I'm just kind of not focused on that right now because I'm really focused on getting this middle of the map done first. So I'm going to grab the red here, and then I'll just go off the top. Ooh, we get a wild. Very nice. Very nice. So probably I'm grabbing Frankfurt to Berlin this turn. I like to see red going that way, because that's not really a direction we're going. I mean, it might be at some point, but crazy that 3 wilds to that? Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Ooh, I like that. That's very nice. So, we haven't seen where green or blue is right now, which is fine. So I could also, another opportunity that I could take here is to go just use my wild to go Paris to Frankfurt and then Frankfurt to Berlin, and then I have that pretty much done. And I kind of don't hate that. But I guess my reasoning is I want to save the white for Madrid to Pamplona. But I also don't know if that's just literally just just wasting my resources. I don't just want to waste resources. Especially if I get an orange here. Well, never mind. Yeah, I think that's just kind of being wasteful. Alright, but if I could get another wild, then now I'm suddenly not being as wasteful. Wow. Red is wilding it up. Like, didn't they take a wild last turn? Yeah. And they just used 3 wilds here. That's a lot. Yeah, I don't... You're taking a lot of orange here. I don't like that. Alright. So... Alright. I love this. I love that I don't have to use a wild right now. Now, I do want to get something of 4... but that can kind of be anything. But I want to claim my route through the middle here right now. That's what I would like to do. That is the plan. And oh, excellent. Okay, great. So we want to go orange here. So blue grabs Moscow to Smolensk. Green is unafraid of anything that's happening. Just living their best life. Okay, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. Okay, red is grabbing there. Alrighty, no problem. Alright, green goes there. That's totally fine. I think that now I feel good about grabbing some blue if this is here. Because I do want, Paris to Pamplona. Pink would be another one that I would want to prioritize here. I think that would be ideal. So yeah, I think grabbing blue. Missed out on a wild and a yellow. That's really not that big of a deal in my opinion. I mean, anytime missing out on a wild, it's never great, but I don't know. All right, glad we got all that done because then we don't have to worry about. Didn't have to worry about competing with green there. Green stood tall there. Didn't get phased. Okay, I can move my mic away a little bit. Our house is not that big, and it holds heat pretty well, to be honest with you. We just moved about a year ago, and we downsized, actually, which was really nice for... we actually, we downsized in terms of house, but our property is much better. Hence... our ability to get chickens, which, by the way, our chickens, the second round of chickens were eaten by a raccoon. We had the first round that was eaten by a raccoon, which that was our fault. This one, the raccoon, got through the Fort Knox of chicken wire that we put around it and, on the ground. It was bonkers. Honestly, hats off to the raccoon. So we're going to try again in the spring, and I officially hate... raccoons. Raccoons and the American robin are my mortal nature enemies. The American robin, the reason for that one is that in the old house that I was in, we had a tree that was very close to our window, and the robin would see its reflection in the window and think it was another bird encroaching on its territory, and it would peck at the window at 6 in the morning. And no matter how many pictures of owls or other things that I put up, it continued to do so and would wake me up. And then the internet has the audacity to tell me that, oh no, this is actually a very intelligent bird. To which I went, can't be that intelligent if it's seeing its own reflection and thinking, Oh, that must be another bird. So the American robin and raccoons now are my mortal nature enemies. I will never feel bad about anything that happens to those animals. All right, we're going to do this. Oh man, I'm very happy we're out of this way. This is great. This is fantastic. Blue's got some work to do. Okay. So does that change what I want to do? You know what? That does change what I want to do here. I'm thinking I'm going to use my yellow to go to Palermo, to Rome. I don't know what accent that was, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. I'm not as worried about up here, because if I have to use a station, I have to use a station. I'm kind of just, instead of trying to spread myself too thin, because I have the stations, I don't want to obviously waste them, because I have seen that stations kind of become the deciding factor. But it's the one thing with the Europe map that I think just makes it a little more technical is knowing, okay, what routes can I prioritize? What routes do I need to prioritize, and what routes can I kind of do I kind of just go, you know what? If I get it, great. If I don't, I'm really not all that concerned about it. Ooh, I love wild off the top there. So, I mean, I could go Palermo to Madrid. Sorry, Pamplona. How did I miss saying that? It's my favorite word to say. To Madrid. Okay. But I don't really feel like I need to prioritize that. Same thing here. I'm not really feeling like I need to go out of my way to try to Marseille to Rome. I don't know. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. That is the one thing about that one is it is a route of 4, which would be pretty nice to have points wise, because the points are often a premium on this map. So you know what, I'm okay. I mean, man, we are grabbing some wilds here, which is changing the math here on how we want to go about doing this. What's Red's plan here? What is Red doing? I don't know. Okay. Really would like to see some more pink. Maybe at least one more white. I guess I could also just go down to Barcelona if I really wanted to, but I don't know. I don't really feel like that is an advantage for me at all. I mean, if those red stay, and I can grab those red, I'm definitely going to try to tunnel Marseille to Rome. I could also go Pamplona to Marseille, and that's also not the worst idea. Because then I wouldn't have to get 4 of something else. Yeah, I don't hate that. Saving me time, which that's because also what I could do here is I could just grab these 2 things. I have 3 wilds. Like, why? We don't need to freak out at all. Yeah, this is, totally fine. What are we grabbing? What are we grabbing? Ah, of course. Of course. There's that from blue. All right, I'm feeling really good about doing this. Yeah, that's fine. I don't love that took 2 wilds, but I don't know. I don't think that that's really I don't think that that's really all that terrible. I don't know. That didn't feel as good as I thought it was going to feel. Which makes me think it was not the correct play. uh, okay, however, I will do this. And that feels good. That feels good. And probably grabbing this black is not the worst idea either. Because, again, I wouldn't mind getting the other route of 4, mostly for the points. Okay, red. So, who worries me the most? Probably blue is the most worrisome person here. I don't think green or red really scares me right now. I'm pretty much even with blue in terms of score. All right, blue going destination tickets. Okay, I see you. All right, the good news is that means we can take this. I love that they only took 1. That's always what you want to see out of your opponents. Once again, would like to see some more pink here. I would really like to see some more pink. Ooh, that's 2 wilds. 2 wilds off the top that we could have gotten. And by we, I mean that other person. So, alright, well, didn't really need a blue, but so be it. Alright. Off the top, didn't really need a red. Okay, the blue is nice. Okay, or sorry, the wild is nice. So, man, there's another wild from red. Holy cats, red. Watch, I'm gonna bag on red the whole time, and then red wins it because they got all these wilds. It's just, I don't know, it's just not an efficient use of cards, in my opinion. Again, it's better in the Europe. I know I've said this in past videos. It's better on the Europe map, but it's still not like just take them willy-nilly. It'll be fine. So blue's got work to do up through here. Red's got work to do up in this area, and green's got to get up to Copenhagen. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Pink. Well, I guess black isn't the worst thing in the world. All right. So, how do I think the answer here is to grab this route of 4 here with the black. And then I think from there we might draw. I'm not feeling any pressure in Spain. We've now, assuming we get this route, which I'm assuming we will, we haven't used any stations, so we don't need to save that for anything. We do have 2 wilds in that getting into Smyrna is a real possibility. If we were to need to do that. Athens is also on the table. It's interesting because I usually record a USA and a Europe video back to back, and it's so different. It's so different. Okay, yes. All right, well, I don't think getting over to Moscow is a good idea. What would that look like? Hang on, that's not a bad idea at all. Yeah, we just like get into Smolensk and we're fine. Yeah, why wouldn't we do this? Sure, why not let it fly? I think we just plan on using a station in Smolensk. Okay. Yeah, especially with the two wilds. I was kind of saving that to see. Oh yeah, well maybe need to get into Athens, and then we can do that and do this. No problem. And we got plenty of time. I don't think anyone's threatening to end this game. Ooh, I don't like that you grabbed red there. That's not what I wanted to see. So I do think that we go ahead and do this. I could also just grab Warsaw to Wilno. I could also go through Kiev, but I don't really have anything because again, I got to save the white and the pink for down here. Okay, so I may try to go through Kiev then. So like I may look to grab this black here. I also might look to just play the station in Smolensk because I don't want green to take that. Ooh, okay. So, yes to these. I know that the pink was there, but that's I'm gonna go with that. Uh, so, bo do 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 do. How was Barbie's Dream House Adventure? Good. What happened in these episodes? You can't remember. You just watched them. You're making another appearance on the videos. What do you think? Don't eat your hair. Not good for you. Okay, so we could. I think that what I want to do here is. How risky am I feeling? Okay, I want to. You know what? I'm go big or go home. So I like this. Ooh, that's painful for red. Always painful when you get the 2 extra cards there. So, I think I'm going to draw off the top. Oh, that's a delightful draw. Didn't need the second one, but that's a delightful draw. So, now we go Kiev to Smolensk next turn, and I probably just lay down the station because I don't want any funny business to happen. What song are you singing? Okay, we're going to go like this. If there is a pink or a white on board, even a wild at this point, I probably will grab it. I'm really liking, honestly, too, that we're getting to the point where we're almost done playing our trains, and we are right on par with blue here. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She went to Grandma's house. This is the riveting content, me talking with my child, that you show up here for. Yes, I would like a station there. Thank you. Okay, so that gets that hooked up. So now we gotta now we gotta get Spain hooked up. All right, we're gonna hope that I'm gonna hope that this wild stays, because at this point I'm just taking it. Especially considering all of a sudden now this has become a little bit hairy with green, because if green has a pair, we have flown too close to the sun. Okay, so we still may have flown too close to the sun. We do have a little bit of wiggle room here. Okay, one extra card, totally fine. Of course, there's like 50 million pink that are on the top there. So even if the game ends, if there's one more turn, we're okay. Feeling very good about that. Feeling very good about our tickets. I'm not really feeling like I need to grab too many more, if at all. So we'll go like that. I guess, you know, the only thing we could do here is we could grab like a blue and get into Cadiz. And probably we just grab we grab a pair. We have a decent shot at longest. Well, no, green's going to have longest train, I think. Yeah, green's going to have long. Well, maybe not. We got a decent shot at longest train. Okay, so yes to this blue and yes to this. So all right, so red gets that. Okay. I think that I like the tickets that we have. And so I would rather do this. I'm going to be top scorer on board. Yes, I have 3 less tickets than blue, but I'm not as concerned about that. Okay, so yeah, red, I don't know. I don't really know. I don't know what red's plan was there. Green, I think, had solid tickets. They didn't have enough. All right, and blue misses 2 of them. Ooh, oh, misses 3 of them. Ooh, that is delightful. Delightful for us. So we're chasing green, but I think we've got plenty of juice, especially because we drew that 25-point ticket. Yeah, I'll say if my math is correct. Do we have longest train here? 32, 33, 35. Yeah! Woo! Can you give me a yeah? Thanks. I appreciate it, Lou. All right, well, man, we stay on a heater here. Yeah, we pretty. I felt pretty in control of that game the whole time. Like I just never felt like that game was in any kind of danger. Let's look at some stats. So I mean, we blew everyone out of the water with destinations. We did collect the most train cards, which is interesting. How many locomotives? 6 locomotives that this person. No wonder. Don't do 6. This was a big part of our victory as well. We claimed 14 routes. We did use a station, but it was great. Really not a whole lot of drawn destinations. 2 players drew none. And then blue, I think, just too many, because blue missed out on 3. Yeah, just that's a lot. I think blue definitely got into some that they just didn't couldn't complete, and they just had to grab the least amount of one. All right, well, hey, do you want to say subscribe to the channel? You want to help me with the outro? No, you just want to be goofy? Well, hey, if you're enjoying the content, and also if you hate the American robin and raccoons, or any other animal, please let me know. I'd be interested to know what your mortal enemies are. Oh, my heater's turning up again. Let's go. Subscribe, and like and comment. I really appreciate it. You all are wonderful. Bye!